For years, the internet has been home to some of the most creative music communities in the world, but few were as unique as the one built around Vocaloid. Back in 2007, the release of the voice bank Hatsune Miku through Krypton Future Media changed everything. Suddenly, anyone with a computer could create songs using a virtual singer. Musicians didn't need a band, they didn't need a studio, and they didn't even need a human vocalist. All they needed was a computer, and almost immediately the internet began filling with music. As producers began experimenting with this new technology, a few early songs helped define what Vocaloid music could become. One of the first massive hits was Melt by Ryo of Supercell. Released in 2007, Melt told the story of a shy girl struggling to confess her feelings. Despite being sung by a digital voice, the song felt incredibly emotional and human. For many listeners, Melt proved that Vocaloid wasn't just a technology novelty, it could tell real stories. Soon after, another producer pushed the technology even further. KZ. This artist released Last Night Good Night with his music project Livetune. This song used soft electronical production and atmospheric sound design to create something completely different from traditional pop or rock music. It quickly became one of the most beloved early Vocaloid songs and helped introduce Vocaloid music to listeners outside of Japan. Platforms like Nico Nico were filling with thousands of new songs from independent producers experimenting with every genre imaginable. But there was still something missing, a producer who would push Vocaloid music into a louder, more chaotic and emotionally intense direction, and that producer would soon appear, with a guitarist from Japan named Wowaka. Wowaka was born in 1987 in Japan and grew up listening to Japanese rock music. Since middle school, he dreamed of playing in a band. He started as a guitarist and continued performing throughout high school and college. While studying at the University of Tokyo, he even became the leader of the music club. During this time, he also began writing his own songs. But in 2008, Wowaka discovered Vocaloid music for the first time. One of the songs that caught his attention was Last Night Good Night by KZ. When he realized that the song had been produced by one person using Vocaloid software, he was fascinated. For the first time, one person could create an entire song and share it with the world. Feeling inspired, Wowaka decided to try it himself. In May of 2009, Wowaka released his first song called Grey Zonite. This song marked the beginning of his career, but the response was modest. The video only gained a few thousand views during its first week on Nico Nico. For many producers, that might have been discouraging, but Wowaka didn't stop. He continued releasing songs like Tenohira and Line Art. Each release showed important improvements in his production and songwriting, but his breakthrough came with his fifth upload. In 2009, Wowaka released Two-Faced Lovers. This song quickly exploded in popularity across the Vocaloid community, but it was more than just another hit song. At that time, many fans credited Vocaloid music only to the voice bank characters like Hatsune Miku, rather than the human producers behind the song. That frustrated Wowaka. Two-Faced Lovers was his response. A statement behind every Vocaloid song was a real human artist. The song's aggressive rock sound and emotional intensity helped define Wowaka's signature style, but his most famous works are still coming. In 2010, Wowaka released Rolling Girl. This song quickly went viral across the internet. Rolling Girl tells the story of a girl who keeps trying to move forward in life but constantly feels like she's falling. The lyrics captured feelings of anxiety, pressure, and emotional exhaustion. Combined with the frantic rock instrumentals and rapid vocals, the song created a sense of urgency that deeply resonated with listeners. For many fans, Rolling Girl became an anthem for anyone struggling to keep going, and it cemented Wowaka as one of the most important producers in the Vocaloid scene. Later that same year, Wowaka released another massive hit, World's End Dance Hall. While Rolling Girl focused on internal struggle, World's End Dance Hall captured the chaotic energy of the youth. The song tells the story of two characters dancing through a collapsing world. Its fast tempo and explosive energy made it one of Wowaka's most iconic tracks. In 2011, Wowaka released Unhappy Refrain. The song explored themes of repetition, creative pressure, and feeling trapped in cycles of expectation. Many fans believed the lyrics reflected Wowaka's own struggles on the Vocaloid scene. Shortly after releasing the song, Wowaka stepped away from Vocaloid. But he didn't leave music. Instead, he returned to his original dream of wanting to perform live. In 2011, he formed the band Hitori. The band consisted of Yukari on bass, Katsuba on drums, Shinoda on guitar, and Wowaka on guitar and vocals. By 2013, the band began touring across Japan. For Wowaka, it was the realization of a dream he had held since childhood. Years later, Wowaka returned to the Vocaloid community one more time. In 2017, he released Unknown Mother Goose. A song that described the familiar but uncertainty of life and identity, the relationship between creators and their audiences. For many fans, it felt like Wowaka was reflecting on his entire journey, of leaving one world behind and entering a new one, and fittingly, it became his most popular song to this day. But tragedy would soon strike. On April 5, 2019, Wowaka passed away suddenly from heart failure at the age of 31. His death sent shockwaves through the entire Vocaloid community. Fans, creators around the world mourned the loss of an artist who's not just talented, but who also inspired so many people to start making music. Even today, Wowaka's influence remained everywhere in the Vocaloid community. His songs are still performed at events like Miku Expo and Hitori concerts, but more importantly, his music changed how people viewed Vocaloid itself. Wowaka reminded listeners that behind every digital voice there is still a human creator, and through songs like Two-Faced Lovers, Rolling Girl, World's End Dance Hall, Unhappy Refrain, and Unknown Mother Goose, Wowaka left behind a legacy that continues to inspire new generations of musicians around the world.